Okay, people, we are back into the POG itself, ready for the Double Elimination tournament. Stay tuned, this could get complicated. I'm Elabob1, I'm joined here by JSR on commentary.
I'm back!
About time too, it's been a while since you've been on the commentary. You've also got action here tonight, and possibly action on the next show as well.
Yeah.
If you win. But anyway, people, we're just going to quickly go over how the rules for this Double Elimination tournament work. Of course, you can see the layout for the tournament. The link for it is in the description of this video. But in a Double Elimination tournament, you have to be eliminated twice to be eliminated for good. Hence the title Double Elimination. Everyone starts off in the winner's bracket. If you lose, you go into the loser's bracket. Losing the loser's bracket, you will be eliminated from the Path of Glory series. The top 4 from the previous set automatically go into the second stage of the winner's bracket. Everyone else competes in the first stage. So that's the first part of it explained. Also, we will be holding both the first and second stage matches on this show. The first stage will happen first, naturally, and then there'll be a short break, 12 to 24 hours, depending on the situation, and then we will have the second stage matches. So basically, we're going to find out in this first stage who is going to take on the people in the second stage. As they got the automatic pass through being in the top 4, we're now going to find out who will be the first to face them. I told you this was going to be complicated. Well, anyway, people were kicking it off. Our first matchup sees Jack Stanbridge taking on Vince Ford. The winner of this will go on to face Reptile in the second stage.
I'm just trying to figure it out in my head right now.
Figure out what?
What you just said.
Try not to think too hard about it. That's all I can say.
The following contest is a first stage matchup set for one fall, where the winner of this match will progress to face Reptile in the second stage. Introducing first, from London, England, weighing in at 237 pounds, Jack Stanbridge!
Jack Stanbridge, he's coming off of what has to be one of the best nights of his life at the Aftermath.
Squeaky Mickey.
Yes, he's our announcer for this one. Anyway, Jack must be coming off one of the best nights of his life. He finally got to propose to Alyssa. Supposedly the planning now for that wedding has got underway.
Although,
of course, the night did have to take a somewhat turn when they were supposed to take a tour around Nashville when the riots broke out in the arena.
by the way, I had to break someone's jaw.
Wait, you're telling us this now?
Yes.
What, a protester or one of the staff?
One of the protesters.
Oh. Oh, bloody hell, as if we haven't lost enough money already.
Relax, I knew who it was anyway.
Oh, thank God for that. Really,
anyway.
thank God for
And
that.
introducing his opponent, originally from Oslo, Norway, now residing in Brussels, Belgium, weighing in at 241 pounds, representing the European Union, Vince Ford.
The European Union didn't have the best of nights at the Aftermath. They lost to the Brothers at the Heart. However, following the matchup, they decided to lay the assault. You didn't exactly have the best of nights at the Aftermath either on the pre-show.
Lost to the now world champion. Also, by the way, you know one of the protester I ended up breaking the jaw to?
Yeah.
Let's just say he has a little bit of beef with CXWI.
Is he a former superstar?
Yes.
Alright then. See, now Jack...
And the problem is, I can't be done for it because he was technically trespassing.
Oh, that's weird.
Shepard should have sorted it out, but he didn't even realise. Oh well.
That's
Anyway,
why a lot of people still on the sort of blame game with these riots. Some people saying it's the fans for reacting the way they did. Some people say Shepard because he really just hid in his office. And people say Ben Hopkins because it was his actions that provoked the riot.
And Phil Mean of all people.
Oh!
finally spoke out for the first time and said, all hell is going to break loose. I think it was a little bit too late on that one.
Yeah, well, it's CXWI. It's CXWI. Of course, all hell will break loose.
And he's heading to Japan.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, he is well hated in Japan.
That, of course, goes back to the World Tour, what the new regime did.
Yeah.
Of which Ben was his tag team partner. Well, anyway, people, we've got here first, as I've already mentioned, Jack taking on Vince Ford. Following this, we will be seeing Desaad taking on the Arbiter.
That match is going to be physical as hell.
With the winner of that progressing to face Mewtwo.
Again, physical as hell.
Yep. We then see Sonic, and he'll be taking on you.
Yes.
JSR. Winner of that progressing to face Sebulba.
I want to get my hands on Sebulba.
Yes, we've heard. And then finally, Zoloark will take on Miss Motone. That will certainly be an interesting one. The winner of that will take on Broly.
The winner of that match is...
Oh, look at that! No, we're not Norwegian Plex anymore, a European Plex! Still didn't get the fall, though.
I'm just going to say, whoever wins between Miss
and Zoloark
is monumentally fucked.
Of course, I should state that the bookies... Yep, they're back in this one. Broly is the bookies' favourite to win the tournament.
Really, my pick... I'm not being biased and saying myself, because I damn sure know I'm going to get screwed out of the tournament.
Why do you feel that?
Let's see. I pissed off Mist. I pissed off the European Union.
Well, I think Mist has pissed off just about everyone. And as for the European Union, well... You know, they're not exactly coming off of a good period following the aftermath. See right now Vince Ford applying an octopus stretch here. Of course, Vince Ford, a very technical superstar in CXWI.
Who else have I pissed off? Sebulba.
Although for Sebulba, he still hasn't talked about why he's attacking you. For whatever reason, he just doesn't like you.
Ben Hopkins.
Ben Hopkins has pissed off a lot of people. See, now tried. Oh! Countered there. Vince Ford gonna look for that. No! Oh, it gets countered! Heroes fall!
That might be enough.
Oh, wait a minute, they're gonna follow up! No! What try? Oh, up! Up! Goes front! Oh boy! Giga Impact!
And I think that might do it.
The Giga Impact there by Jack Stanbridge! In the cover, 1, 2, 3! Jack progressing!
Here is your winner, Jack Stanbridge!
But unfortunately, he's now got a tough task to face with Reptile.
Reptile, of course, came first in the previous set, so it will be a tough task for Jack Stanbridge to take on, but then again, I don't think any task is too tough for Jack.
Right now.
So, okay, people, here's the, pretty much the skilly of it. Jack progresses to face Reptile in the second set. Well, not second set, the second stage. So he'll be competing on the show following this. Vince Ford goes into the losers bracket. He'll be competing on show number 3. Good win for Jack on that one.
So is everyone now clear of what's going on?
I believe so. Trust me, as the tournament goes on, everything will become a lot clearer. Trust me, like I said, this is CXWI's first ever double elimination tournament.
Basically, it's in beta test.
This is, so these guys, it's truly uncharted territory for most of them as well. Well, anyway,
apart
people...
from Vince Ford.
Well, now that he's lost.
Now he's lost. But
who's
he
gonna
went
be,
through YTA.
who will join him in the losers bracket?
Technically, Vince Ford has the advantage because he went through YTA, but unfortunately...
This next first stage matchup, set for one fall, will determine who will face Mewtwo in the second stage. Introducing first, weighing in at 365 pounds, Desaad!
Assad, of course, he didn't have an impressive set following, of course, the double point show where he ended up being KO'd by Reptile in a night where Reptile would score 2 KO victories, taking him unquestionably to the top. And Assad, it knocked him massively down the table.
I got interrupted.
Yes, you did.
I hate it.
But of course, now, the loser of this, they will be entering into the losers bracket as well. They won't face Vince Ford in their matchup. They'll be facing whoever loses the matchup between, if I'm correct, whoever loses the matchup between Sebulba and whoever progresses to face him. Either you or Sonic.
Oh great, so I could end up facing one of these two.
You could.
And I dare not try and face this guy on the run in the mood he's currently in.
Well, last I actually heard, Arbiter hasn't really been, of course if you remember the interview he did recently with Scott McShannon, he did seem reasonably calm, despite the
And
situation
introducing his opponent, from the state of Valam Sangalios, weighing in at 347 pounds, the Arbiter!
Arbiter seemed in somewhat of a positive mood, despite what happened.
Despite losing the world title. And I find it a little bit of a shame because both Austin and Arbiter deserve a chance. But
well, they had a matchup on the road, as you know, and Austin won that one. Of course, following the matchup, there was question actually from Austin himself as to whether or not he actually wanted to go on to face Ben, and actually put in a request to have himself removed from the match and put into the Path of Glory and have Arbiter face Ben instead, despite the fact he beat Arbiter.
Arbiter does have a rematch, he does have a case. Austin does have a case to that. Arbiter damn well has a rematch for the title.
Well, the request to it was declined. It has been believed that Austin has earned that right, despite the fact Austin himself, he questions that, has he done enough to earn it?
He beat Arbiter.
Yeah, I feel that.
What would the...
But really, there is the question as to who is entitled to the rematch more, because yes, Arbiter lost the gold and is the former champion, but Austin never got his matchup at the Aftermath.
But the question is, what would have happened at the Aftermath if the match took place? Would that have been the end result? Would Austin be now the world champion if Ben didn't cash in?
That's got to be the question. Oh, nice shot there, and
because now you look at it, everything's all now pear-shaped because of what Ben Hopkins done.
And that's the nature of the beast. That is the nature, but has recently progressed here in CXWI. I mean, CXWI has lost a lot of money because of it. Hell, we'd lost enough because of the trials that both Zoloark and Reptile were on. We ended up having to give a bit of money, give a bit of money in order to actually reaccommodate. Of course, both of them.
Yeah, but the problem is, I'm just wondering one thing: why the hell was Zoloark?
Oh, clothesline there
on the road?
Well, that's the whole thing. The only reason that he is supposed to be allowed out of his house is for CXWI action. If he's not in action, he's not allowed out. So the question I'm asking now, how did he get out?
The question you should be asking is, who let him out?
That is what I do have to question, but, well, he is in action here tonight against Miss Moto.
I don't know who I want to win that match.
All I can say is, following Mist's comments on the base, I hope that Zoloark doesn't take that literally, because otherwise we could be seeing live sex.
I will walk out.
So would I, quite frankly. Oh! Arbiter now trying to
please don't tell me there'll be another right after that.
Oh my!
Two of the most hated superstars in CXWI facing off.
Well, some people say Dark Forge is creeping into that category. Of course, the Dark Society, they were very unsuccessful at